Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, for Monday night, April the 16th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hey everyone, hope you're well on this Monday night, a night where the Vancouver Canucks defeat the San Jose Sharks 2-1 in overtime thanks to a late goal by Jake DeBrusk. A lot of things to like about this game, a lot of things to like about who I got to meet and see at this game. So let's get into it right away. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks for your support, as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. And I don't take donations for granted. I don't take donations from people who I see at the game for granted. I'll explain all that in a second. So let's give some love right out of the gate. It's Skytrain Yrvin with the $2 donation. So let's give some love to Skytrain Yrvin for the $2 donation. Number 60, Talapia gets his first NHL win. So we know his name is Nikita Tolopilo, but tilapia is the better. Tilapia. Tolopilo is his name. Tilapia is a fish dish from the Filipino fish dish. So as we call Filipino, the Filipino, we call Nikita Tolopilo, Nikita Tilapia. So thank you, Skytrain Yrvin. Great to see you. I'll get to that in a second. Hi to everyone that's in here. And Yrvin gets the donation train out of the station because these are different ways that you can get involved in the show tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat session, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that the Canucks won, like the fact that Quinn Hughes has tied Alex Edler for most points by a Canuck defenseman, like the fact that Jake DeBrusk set a career high in goals, like the fact that I hung out with some pretty cool people at the game tonight, and like the fact that we are continuing to build an awesome Canucks community. So all those things, give the video a like. You can leave a donation like Skytrain Yrvin has done and keep that donation train rolling. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So once again, thanks to all of you in advance for the many ways that you support me. So I got home by 10:45, which isn't bad. After the game, Gail and I walk to the parking lot. We drive to my office. She gets in the van. I had to do about 15 minutes of work at the office. So that's why I bumped the stream from 11 to 11:15. Usually I can get home if traffic and everything's fine. I can get home in time for the 11 o'clock stream. But admittedly, it is a little bit rushed. It's a little bit crunchy, if that makes sense. So 11:15 is a little bit better for me. And that's usually what I do on Monday nights anyways, because we usually have Canucks After Dark. But as you know, we did not have Canucks After Dark tonight. But I still didn't get to the show early. I got to the show at 11:15. Okay, I want to first share with you. Look at these good-looking guys. Wow, look at that. So at intermission, first intermission. So I was in Encore tonight. But during intermission, I got to hang out with, like, how much better looking can a group get? Well, maybe if my lovely wife Gail was in the picture, it automatically doubles the good lookingness. But hey, she's the one who took the picture. So in case you're wondering, this fine man, that is Skytrain Yrvin. I'm sure they don't mind me giving away their identities because they've all been on the open house before. So this is Skytrain Yrvin. Nice to see you, Yrvin. He had bougie lower bowl seats tonight. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Justin Lai. Justin, always nice connecting with you. And this is the one they call Swervin Yrvin. So yes, we had a wonderful chat during the first intermission. Also not pictured here, I got to meet Philly T. Philly T is Phil is one of the people who won a pair of tickets tonight to tonight's game. So I got to take a picture with him on his phone, but not on mine. So Phil, great to meet you. Not sure if you're on the chat. And also I know Angus was at the chat. Angus was at the game tonight because he won tickets, but I didn't get a chance to connect with him, but he did send a tweet out. And yes, Yrvin, the very first thing I noticed, when we got together for this picture is, yes, one of these things is not like the other. And then obviously we were talking about the jersey, but then I said, 3 good looking guys and one not so good looking guy, but I didn't say who that was. But yes, it was a really, really good, good mixture. I see 14 eyes there. I see 2 hats. I see 2 Filipinos, a 1.5 Chinese guy and a half Japanese guy. I see 3 stick and rink, 3 flying skate, 1 orca. But overall, I just see 4 good-looking guys, 3 guys that really, really have supported me throughout the years, and I'm very grateful to that. So yes, great chance to catch up with these good-looking guys. What are you guys saying about the good-looking guys here? Anyone else saying about good-looking guys? Clay missed the memo. Yes. That's what we said. CCC reunion. Yrvin looks like a proper man. I'm not sure. Is that an insult to the rest of us, RSA? What's going on? Carol says, we look great. Thank you. Coach Rob, you have met all these guys. 3 Filipinos and no Filipinos. I love it. Check out the link I posted on your Huggy post at Kempner Canucks. Oh, sorry, you're talking on Trev's post. That's awesome. Is Trev in here? I didn't see. Did he say hi earlier? Hey, Trev. Hope you had a good show tonight. I presume you did. I think the shows are always more fun after the Canucks win. So I'm just looking up. I see Canucks game vloggers here. That's awesome. Is Trev here as well? That's great. Thanks to everyone who is here, regardless of whether or not you are a content creator. I appreciate all of you. 3 Amigos and the 3 Musketeers. Just don't call us the 3 Stooges. We'll take 3 Wise Men as well. Great photo. Thank you. 3 skates versus 1 orca. Battle to watch. I think they'd win. Great win, CCF. What's a CCF? Actually, I know what a CCF is. It's going to be forever an inside joke. Don't worry. It's not insulting to anyone else. It's more pumping up our own egos. CCF as well. Okay. CCC is now rocking a Filipino flavor all the way down to Tulapil and Hitos. Yes, we indeed have a Filipino, and we have a tilapia, so which is pretty cool. Okay, enough of that picture. Soak it in one more time. Soak it in, man. That was a wrestling reference, if anyone knows that. But soak it in. Such good lookingness oozing from the screen. Victor Wong uses monthly membership message. Just give him some love. Shout out to Victor Wong for using a 7-month membership message. Verlander rumored not wanting to sign in Vancouver, or he wants to finish college first. Wright D. Meyer signed 26-27, so Verlander can write D top 4 in 27-28. There's a lot here. I think the biggest thing is we see a lot of college free. By the way, thank you, Victor, for using your monthly membership message. We see a lot of college free agent signings in the past couple of days, just like Bester did, just like Quinn Hughes did. Then people were worried that Verlander has been eliminated since Saturday, and now it's Monday. How come he hasn't signed yet? Then Rick Dollywall kind of scared some people, saying things don't sound good about him signing here. But then Frank Saravalli tweeted tonight that things are progressing, and then he walked it back a little bit. So what I believe to be true is he's in no rush to sign with the team for this season, even if it's the Abbotsford playoff run, even if it's the Canucks last game. Rather, he will sign his contract to start next season. So what that means is he doesn't burn a year off his entry-level contract. I've talked about this before. The advantage to burning a year, i.e. playing a few games and then burning a year, is that means you get to your next big contract 1 year sooner. You only have to play 2 more full seasons. But that can be good or bad for the player. If you're doing very well and you only need 2 years to build up your resume and then sign a big contract, then yes, you do get to that next contract 1 year sooner. But if you do not have a good first year or a good 2 years, and you need that third year to bump up your stats and your negotiating power, then it's not good to burn off an ELC, a year off the ELC. So I think that's one thing they're considering. The other thing is this whole thing about bonuses. Do the Canucks want to? Actually, I don't know the full story about bonuses, but I do know that they're what they call Schedule A bonuses that that Verlander will probably want to have a chance to reach next season. So. The biggest thing, though, I think there's two things: just the bonuses, which I fully don't understand yet, and the ELC burning a year or not. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. I have not heard anything that he doesn't like Canucks management or he doesn't want to play here. I just think that maybe we're going to hear that he signs an ELC that will obviously he'll kick in next season. So, yeah, good question, Victor. There he is, Philly T. Yes, Philly. I'm not sure if you heard me say that. We got a picture together on your phone, so I hope it turned out. Nice meeting you tonight. Thanks again for the tickets, and I'm glad the Canucks won as well. You're most welcome. Great to see you. Yeah, Mark, we would have loved to see you at the game. You know, the good-looking Filipinos, you could tell. We missed you, but I know you had game over responsibilities, right? Beauties indeed. Boston University's exam and May 9th, and we've heard he's a studious guy. Brock Bunsell. Verlander is going to sign soon. It was a false report. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Verlander wants a trade to CBJ. No. Hey, Trev, Jake DeBrusk just broke his career record in goals tonight with 28. I thought Canucks fans said he's been a terrible signing. What do you think about his first season? I think for the money, he's been great. 5.5, 28 goals, and probably could have a lot more if PD had a better year and or he played with a Miller all year. Obviously, both things did not happen. I think for 5.5, he's been great. We knew he'd be streaky. Rick Tocchet has said that there's a lot he needs to work on still in terms of pacing and defensive responsibility. But overall, for 5.5, I will take 28 goals. All right, I'll get back to your questions, you guys. Jericho reference, very good. TLC, you knew exactly what I was talking about. You won your ice hockey game and got the game winner. Then that's awesome. That's awesome. Only you and Jake DeBrusk can say that in town today. That is great, BCBC. Nice to see you. And the parade is back on indeed. Wow. All the content creators are gathering here tonight. We got TLC, the line change, who's doing some good stuff. Obviously, Rev Trev is doing some good stuff. Nothing is perfect, is doing some good stuff. Then we just need Canucks Uncensored, Locked On Canucks, Geo, and then we got everyone in here. Appreciate the detailed explanation on the ELC difference signing earlier versus later. I missed several of your shoot. Hey, Victor, no need to apologize. That's the kind of hard-hitting analysis. No, sometimes I don't give hard-hitting analysis. I just talk about sushi and wrestling. But I do understand the ELC and the nuances, burning a year versus not very well. I have no clue what the bonuses, how that affects it. So if someone can explain the bonuses to me and the rest of the chat and why it would be advantageous or disadvantageous for Verlander to sign now with respect to those bonuses, I would greatly appreciate it. Selena, did you work tonight? I'm sorry. Yes, there were some Besser chats for sure. Pictures were great. It was great. My eyes were open for once. Philly, usually you worry about the Asian not having their eyes open for the picture. I can say that, you guys, because I'm Asian. Give me some love if you thought that was funny. Don't give me some love if you thought that was racist. I can say that, you guys, because I'm Asian. But Philly, send me the picture. You have my email, I think. Yeah, send me the picture. I'd love to see it for sure. Okay, we better get to Joshua Griffith is here also. Yes. No, thank you, Joshua. Basically, we were able to send 3 or 4 different people, pairs of people to the game because of your generosity, Jason Lim's generosity, and my own generosity. And basically, I messed up. Angus went because of you, even though I put him in the wrong seat. So basically, I then gave away a pair of tickets and I put them in your seats. It's the same thing. People went for free, and that is awesome. Okay. Let's get to the game review. The Clay Canuck commentary, the Sedge V. No, the Clay's Edge Go Visualizer commentary. The Sedge VC. That's what it is. And this one will be pretty quick because it was only 3 goals. And yeah, not a lot to share, but at least they were goals. Okay, first one is Mackin Celebrini, hometown hero, at least hometowner. Power play, gets over to him, and to Foley, to Celebrini. No one checks him. So the Canucks go into their famous not diamond, not square, not rectangle, triangle +1. I think DPD kind of got stuck in no man's land here because he's worried about Toffoli, but then he doesn't pick up Celebrini, and Celebrini just risks a shot over Tolopilo. Really nice play. What can you do on a power play? And that's the only goal that Tolopilo lets in, obviously, because the Canucks won 2-1. So there's the San Jose goal. Then the Canucks goal, really like this play. It starts off from behind the net, and Karlsson makes a nice play up the boards here, on the boards, to make it a 3-on-2. O'Connor to Bluger, who feathers a pass back to O'Connor, who he doesn't touch it. But then it's one of those ones where Georgiev has to make a save, and he makes a save right to Linus Karlsson, who, while going to the net, fighting off Celebrini, puts it upstairs, bar down. So really, really nice goal. I really like Karlsson's game, you guys, because you might remember too, in 2 of the most recent games, he's made some really good plays by gaining the zone. I think a couple centering passes that he's made leading to goals after gaining the zone. So I really like Karlsson's play. I think he's going to be a wonderful depth player in our bottom 6 next year. Like Ratu, like him. There's going to be a lot of good competition, but we need all these guys on these cheap contracts to contribute next year, especially if we're going to go big fish hunting in the summer. So I really like Karlsson's game, is my point. And he showed it right there by going to the net. It seems like he has more than 3 goals this season, but he's slowly piling up the points. And then the overtime winner, Quinn Hughes, magic in overtime, goes around the net. Look at him go. No one can stop him. Then Besser misses the net. And it's kind of weird. Like Georgiev, there were a couple of times where I just don't think he's a very good goalie, to be honest with you. And this one, he got caught playing too far aggressive. Then he tries to get back in time, but then DeBrusk is able to slide it under him, 2-1. And then what's really cool is it's the whole dilemma, right? Do you go to the goal scorer or do you go to the goalie? I think you go to the goalie, who just had his first NHL win. So I think it's 6-6. Now it's 8. It looks pretty even, the distribution of guys, but they ultimately all end up hugging Tolopil, and the Canucks win 2-1. Yrvin, I'll get to your donation in a second. Thank you. Look at the stats. We outshot them 12-3. Yeah, San Jose is a bad team, you guys. San Jose is a bad team. Now we know why they're the worst in the league, because they're really bad. We almost lost to them. 7-7 second period, 10-5. The third period I thought was our best period. We outshot them more in the first period, but I think we dominated the third period. A lot of end-to-end chances, a lot of outman chances. And I shouldn't say Georgiev sucks, because he did make 35 saves tonight. So face-offs, we outshot them 37-16. They scored in the power play. We went 0-for-5, probably the only bad spot of the game. Hits were even. They had way block shots. And I heard that they had 16 block shots, and we also missed the net 30 times. So that's 50 shots. Look at this, you guys. We are only good enough to beat San Jose by a goal. Mark, I'll get to your donation in a sec too. Thank you. We only can beat them by 1 goal, 3-2, 4-3, 2-1, and 2-1. But we do sweep the season series. Too bad we don't get to play them in the playoffs. And then the box score, who cares about San Jose? By the way, I was excited to see Will Smith getting jiggy with it. I was excited to see Celebrini, of course, Eklund, Toffoli, more of a nice. But no one really stood out to me except for Celebrini. Like no one, because they only had 16 shots on goal. For the Canucks, I thought a lot of guys stood out. Mueller only had 10 minutes, so he did not stood out, and he didn't play in the third period, basically, once it got a little tighter. Generally, all teams, they usually go to 3 lines. You take the 9 guys that are going. Usually you take the top 2 lines and then one of the bottom 2, but for the Canucks, actually, I thought the Bluger line was really good, the 4th line. So you have, obviously, the goal scorer in DeBrusk, the goal scorer in Karlsson. Joshua only has 11 minutes. So is the Joshua, Ratu, and Sherwood line actually that didn't get a lot of time? Although I think Sherwood must have got bumped up because he has 18 minutes here. But you look at the shots, O'Connor had 4, Besser had 4, Suter had 6, and a bunch of guys with 3. That's a lot of shots. Only 2 blocks and from Mueller. That's good. 1 block from Joshua, and then hits 3 from Sherwood. Even he's slowing down as the games mean less. 2 from Ratu and 2 from Joshua. On D, Quinn still plays 30 minutes. I'm not sure if I like that, although a lot of it was power play time, a lot of it overtime time. Kudryavtsev played 13. I'll talk about him in a second. And then for shots, Quinn had 5. For blocks, Kudryavtsev had 3, which is great. And then for hits, not a lot of hits from the defenseman tonight. And then Tolopil looks good. So I will talk about the 2 new guys in a second. But first, I want to highlight the donations that came in while I was blabbing. So first, it was Swervin Yrvin with a $7 donation. Let's give him some love. Look at this elite company. I'm not talking about Irvin, Elfrin, Justin, and me. Oh, maybe that's the equivalent. An equivalent where we have the Mount Rushmore defenseman. We have the Mount Rushmore GLCP. No, I wouldn't say that. But or Coffee, Bork, and now Hughes. 4 defensemen who have recorded 4 consecutive 66. Say that fast. Consecutive 60 assist seasons. Look at that company. 3 of maybe the best defensemen of all time, at least up there. And Quinn Hughes is with them. You got to say Cale Makar is going to be up there too. Not necessarily in this stat, but in terms of overall greatness. But that is amazing. Also amazing, Swervin Yrvin and his generosity. Thank you, Irvin. Great hanging out with you at the game tonight. But we ain't done. Mark Shankita of Game Over Vancouver with a $7 donation. A future Carlson PD Lekkerimäki line is basically management looking at former SHL Rookie of the Years and playing them together. Wow, are all 3 SHL Rookies of the Year? Yeah, I could see. I don't know if Carson will play that high, considering he's a righty and Lekkerimäki's a righty. But I hear what you're saying. We have a lot of guys like this. And then Ratu, he's not Swedish, I know. I keep thinking he is. But then, what could Niels Aman do as well? But yes, pretty cool that these 3 guys. I do see Carlson making the team and Ratu making the team next year in the bottom 6. Lekkerimäki, I know we don't want to rush him, but he's basically a best replacement in the next couple of years as well. Thank you, Mark. Let's give Mark some love in the chat. I appreciate you, brother. And Coach Rob gives some membership. Pretty sick. Let's give Rob some love in the chat as well. So Coach Rob gives a membership equivalent of $5 donation, and it goes to Mike Lavely. Mike, welcome to franchise membership. Coach Rob, thank you for your generosity. Let's give Rob some love in the chat, and let's give a nice CCC welcome to Mike. All right, a lot of things happening. Really, really good things. I've been blabbing. How did I blab for 25 minutes already? Let me do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll get to all of your questions. And my mid-show sponsor read starts off by thanking Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/clay and receive a free 5-day workout when you do so. Thank you to Gassy Jet Art, maker of that fine artwork, getting new artwork soon. Excited about that. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Speaking of purchasing, thanks to everyone who has purchased Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. You can do so there and support me. So that's one of the styles. And here's the other style, the GLCPC and the CCC, canuckclay.threadless.com. Shows this week. A reminder to all of you, pretty simple. There is no Canucks After Dark tonight, but I'm here. Tomorrow night, there'll be no show because it's the last week of our bowling playoffs. And then I think we do a small social and they do payouts. So I don't want to rush back from that, nor do I want to cheat you guys from a show, like a rushed or a short show. So I will simply not do a show tomorrow night. Then I'll be back Wednesday night with the final post game of the year. And then Thursday night, I will be doing a show dedicated to playoff predictions and hand in hand with that, the launch of my annual confidence pool. For those of you that were in it last year, I know you guys loved it. We had a lot of good feedback. It was a lot of fun. And for those of you that have never heard of it or never been in it, make sure you join my show on Thursday because I think you're going to like that as well. Finally, ways you can get involved tonight: subscribe, like the video. You can leave a donation like Swervin Yrvin and Mark have done. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message like Coach, no, it wasn't Coach Rob. Coach Rob, sorry. You can gift a membership like Coach Rob did. Thank you, Coach Rob. And you can use your monthly membership message like Victor has done and that Russell has just done, which I'll highlight in a second. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Russell, member for 4 months. Let's give Russell some love in the chat. Do you plan to cover the Abbey Canucks playoffs? Will you attend any games? That is the plan, is to cover the playoffs because I don't have to change the name of my show, Clay's Canucks Commentary. And at least it is indeed, it's indeed still Canucks playoffs to cover. Don't know if I'm going to get to any games. My last 2 weeks of April and first 2 weeks of May is extremely busy with work, church, sacraments, travel. So I'll have to see what the playoff schedule looks like. I'd love to get to a game if I can. I like driving. I don't mind the drive. I don't mind the traffic. I don't mind any of that kind of stuff. But we'll see how my schedule aligns with at least the first round of the playoffs. Let's give Russell Nothing is Perfect some love in the chat. And my friends, we ain't done. Let's give some love to Philly T. Philly T said $3 donation, says I sent the picture, so thank you. I'm looking for it right now. Oh yeah, that's two good looking guys too. I won't put it up on the stream, but I'll show it here. Can you guys see it? I'm not sure how in focus that is. Probably not very. There's me. Okay, I'm just trying to look at the best angle. And then I realized that my stream's like 5 seconds behind. But thank you, Philly T. That is a great picture. Me, you, and your Panago pizza. I love it. So let's give some love to Philly T in the chat. And it was indeed great meeting you. All right, let's go. 15 minutes of your questions, your comments, starting now. Starting now. Oh, but before we do that, well, you guys are very generous tonight. Well, you guys are always generous, but thank you, Justin. Justin Credible with the $5 donation. Hughes is already the greatest D-man in franchise history. I agree. I think he was when we drafted him, the day we drafted him. Did you know Alex Edler named his son Alex Edler? Wait, his son is named Alex Edler? Or Alex Edler? I'm just kidding. No, that's almost as conceited as giving your own son your middle name. Wait, who does that? My middle name's Sean. Thanks for your generosity. Let's give Justin some love in the chat. Always great catching up with you. Glad we saw a win together, Justin. Well, not together, but you know what I mean. We're at the same game. Yes, and we are very lucky to have Quinn Hughes. Would the current Rogers Arena summer concert schedule allow for the seat replacements to happen by September, October? Yes. You know, it's interesting you mentioned this, Fangirl, because I was talking to one of the waitresses in Encore tonight, and we were talking about, you know, will I see you in the summer? How busy it's going to be? And yes, the concert load at Rogers is very light this summer. I presume that was intentional. They forego concert money so they can finally get this seat replacement done. So that is indeed my guess. Yes, RSA, you can WhatsApp me anytime about some life advice. Sure. Are you giving the advice or am I giving the advice? Regardless, yes, you can certainly message me for sure. It really is a GLCPC. Is it April 16th? Oh no. Good point. It is April 14th. That is horrible. Can I edit this as we go? What if I press edit video? You're right. It is. Why did I say April 16th? It is April 14th. That is horrible, but thank you for catching that. Now I can correct it when I upload the podcast. So I've actually changed it. So now if you refresh it, if you want to refresh, but you might lose some of the chat. I don't know what happens. It is April 14th. Thank you, Keith. Alex the Edler Elder, or the Elder Edler. Clayton Sean. Sarah! Yes, it is Clayton Sean Emo. I only get called that by my mom. And Sarah, you can ask Elfrin, Justin, and Irvin. I was hoping that you were going to come up to see us during the first intermission. Now, I don't know how busy you were, or maybe it was too far for you, or maybe you forgot, which any of those things could be true. But yeah, we were hoping to see you in the first intermission. Now, my question, and you can answer this as honestly as you want. You don't have to answer. Did you try to come up, or did you forget? Or did you just say, nah, not worth it? All those answers are acceptable. Hi, Clay, do you actually think we'll make the playoffs next year? Because we might lose Bester and tank. No, we're not going to tank. I can't believe you got me to say that word, Jessica. Do I actually think we'll make the playoffs next year? Yes. I think a healthy Demko, a motivated PD, those two things alone account for 6 to 8 points. We'll make the playoffs. No, I heard it was on Byfield, right? I'll have to look that up, Nuckelback. CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, Clayton Sean Emo, you got it. Safe to assume that the end of season media will happen Friday or Saturday. My guess, Good Friday is just a bad look. And I think the day after is too early. I have a feeling it's going to be Monday. I think this season always ends around now, but Easter it depends on the calendar bounces around all the place. I just don't think it's a good, not just I'm a Christian. I don't think it's a good look that they do it on Good Friday, and they probably won't want to do it on Saturday. I think the fact that it's a long weekend, I could see them bumping it to Monday, and not everyone has Easter Monday off. I do, but I could see them bumping it to Monday, but I certainly don't see it because the season, I guess the Canucks season ends Wednesday. You give it a break and you do it on Friday. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, maybe you don't want to make it too long, but maybe they do want to give time for exit interviews. I don't know. If I had to guess, Monday. That's my guess. Hughes did in 6 seasons what Edler did in 15. He's that good. Why do you think Rick Dolio was so concerned about Tom Verlander not signing with the Canucks right after season ended? I don't see a problem if he decides to wait. Yeah, I think... good question, Darren. I think he wasn't trying to draw up like clickbait or sensationalist, make it sensationalist, but I think he was just drawing comparison to all the other NCAA rookies or NCAA players that have been signing within the first couple of days, and even our history with guys like Hughes and Bester. So, so again, it wasn't clickbait, but I think he was drawing people to a show because he did say that he would have an update, but Dollywall usually doesn't do anything with that kind of motivation. It just he's the most connected insider local. So when he does say stuff, it does have a lot of weight to it for sure. I was so close to saying on the show tonight, the Canucks dominated overtime, which results in a 2-1 overtime loss. Yeah, it could have been, but it wasn't, which is good. 2 of Quinn's season weren't full 82. That's crazy. That is unbelievable. I want some life advice. No disrespect, but you're like twice my age. No, that I do not take any offense to that because that is a fact. If you said I act like I'm twice your age or worse, 3 times your age, that's more offensive, disrespectful. But no, the true age, the true objective number, how can I get mad at that? Because that's the truth. Awesome, Taylor. Good luck with your last bit of studying. You'll be great. Yeah, no, for sure. I know a lot of people are overseas, but I wasn't the 16th. I don't know what I was thinking. Alex Edler's son is River Edler. I thought his name was Alex Edler. Can someone verify the name of Alex Edler's kid? Can you verify the start of summer schedule is light? Only 2 concerts scheduled for May. Yes, that's exactly what I heard from the waitress. Thank you, Justin. One of Edler's daughters is named Emmy Rose. I think his other daughter is River. Oh, wait. So there's Emmy Edler, River Edler, and now Alex Edler? Okay. We cannot tank while we have Hughes and Demko. That's fair. Thoughts on the entertainment, Jade Monet? I thought she was okay. I liked her style. I think she's a good vocalist. I only heard she did the Jackson 5 song pre-game, right? I can't remember what she sang. Well, first intermission I didn't hear her because I was out with you guys. I thought she was fine. What do you think? What do you think, Swervin Yrvin? Do you see Aiden celebrating signing a contract with us this summer? I don't know. Did I see a tweet that he's going to go back to school next year? So maybe not. I'm not sure. Hey, Clay, the teams that don't make the playoffs, how do they determine how they pick this? Pick the small format for pick the prayers for the team overseas. I think you're talking about the World Championship, Simon. And basically, they pluck from the teams that don't make the playoffs. And then they also can get teams that get eliminated in the first round because it's before the cutoff. But not everyone chooses to go. I can't believe that playoffs start right away on Saturday. Too fast. I think they should have waited for a few days to start. Yeah, I know. So I'm doing one playoff pool on Thursday night while the last day of regular season is going. And then I'm doing another playoff pool on Easter Monday. Not sure how the Warriors playoff schedule will add to it, but they'll find a work. Oh, yeah, good point to that. Oh, yes. Thank you, Alfred. I was going to talk about this, but I went straight into Q&A. I thought Tolopilo was good. He looked big in the net. He played his angles well. I would dare say he looked more steady than Shilov's. Now, granted, they weren't playing against a very good team. Granted, that team only got 16 or 17 shots. And the one goal that beat him was a really good snipe by Celebrini. So again, one game, but I liked his game. I can see why he's played well in Abbotsford before, and I think he's another great option. I could see why he could outplay Shilov's. He's just bigger and seems more in control. But again, only one game. Kudryavtsev, 14 minutes. I thought he was fine. You don't want to notice a guy basically if he's on your third pairing playing your first game. And there were a couple of plays that stood out to me. And one in particular, you guys might remember this in the third period. He had the puck at center, and instead of going forehand to the boards near the benches, he actually did a nice spin around. I can't remember if it was a spin around backhand or spin around forehand, but he put it back towards the penalty box to a streaking Canucks winger. I can't remember if it was Garland or Besser, but tell me you guys remember that play. It was a play about halfway through the third where Kudryavtsev was in the middle of the ice, and instead of putting it off the boards, he actually spun and did almost a blind back pass to one of the Canucks forwards streaking down the left wing. Do you guys remember that? I remember that because I thought it was good, a good play. So both of them I thought were fine. Scotch and Alfred, you don't want to read too much into one game, good or bad, but the fact that they both acquitted themselves well, I think is a good sign for the Canucks. Playoffs would have started much earlier, but the Four Nations, good point. How far Vancouver to playoffs? We will finish 4 points out, I think. I wanted to meet you, Clay, but they had a photo booth print here, so I wasted my intermission there. Yes, not only would you have met me, but you would have met Yrvin, Justin, and Alfred as well, but that's okay, Sarah. We will do that another time, but it'll have to wait till next season. If I was the coach of the Canucks, I would have let the players go home for families for 2 weeks and then hard practice at training for next season. Well, I think they do that anyway, Shannon. They'll take a break, especially during playoffs. They probably won't do much team stuff, but I'm sure all guys will go home with some sort of workout plan or regimen for sure. Yeah, Kudryavtsev and Tolopilo are going to be a challenge for Dhaliwal for sure. Hey, the honorable one, what percent chance do you give the Besser being a Canuck next year? I say less than 50. I'm going 40%. Clearly wants to be here, but didn't fit much at the deadline. He hasn't closed strong. Maybe 8 times 5 does it. Well, 8 times 5 was the original offer, so I don't know if the Canucks would offer that again, to be honest with you. But I don't want them to go more than 5 years. I give it less than 50%, James. I really do. I like him a lot, but I'm not convinced that's the best move for the team. Yeah, he's offered 8 times 5, turned down. Not sure EP40 future is, but I hope he comes back more conditioned because he did not look like he had anything off season at shoulder. Yeah, and some would point to the knee injury and the recovery from that. No, I've always had this. I just usually have it off, but this is awesome. It's called the Woozoo, or is it the Woozoo, or is it the Woozoo? You can tell me it's loopy clay time, but it's 5 different speeds. Okay, now I'm going to freeze. And it's up, down, like there's a vertical axis, like it goes up and down like this. Can't believe I'm modeling my Wuzu fan with my head, or vertical axis and a horizontal axis. So I'm showing you now, but it's really cool, and it can cool down. That's speed number 1. Here's speed number 5, and it can cool down a room, especially a room like this, really, really quickly. Like it probably sounds a little loud, but it's actually not that loud at all. But usually I push it way off to the side, but But yeah, you caught me, Coach Rob. And I think I moved the angle of the camera a little bit too. Regardless, that is not a new fan, but it's one of my many fans. Were the Canucks too differential tonight? I know Quinn is our best player, but don't act like you're afraid of the puck. I think more, Irvin, it's the fact that it's the penultimate. Oh, I can't believe I waited like 40 minutes to say that. It was the penultimate game of the season, the next to ultimate, the second to last game. 7 times 6, sometimes 7 to keep him. He's projected to get 7 times 9.5. Who? Besser? 9.5? Or are we talking about someone else now? Play looks so different when not watching on TV. What play? Like any play? Hey, Gerald. Yes. Got it cut as soon as Gail got back. Yeah, the exact same fan. Yeah, see, you have a lot of fans too, line change. Yeah, a lot of people like watching the game on TV, not just for the easy go-tos of the bathroom, no lineups, cleaner, your own cheaper food. Replays, though, are a big thing, and commentary. But when you're at the game, there's nothing like the speed. And depending, like the lower you go, the faster the game looks and you can hear them actually yelling at each other. The higher up you go, the better it is to see how plays develop. So if you're someone who likes to study the game and likes to see breakouts and neutral zone and how plays develop, upper is probably better. If you like the speed and the action, the drama, and being close to everything, then obviously lower bowl is better. Yes, Gerald, I was going to say that, with better planning, Sarah, I'm just kidding. But you could have saw us the first intermission if the photo booth was open in the second intermission. No, not going to the final game. This was my final game of the season because Wednesday night is church night. EP40 plays tennis off season. That's cool. 7 million times 8 years for Besser. Yeah, I don't want Besser here for 8 years though, Mike, for me. Googled Alex Edler and it says that daughters are Emma and River. Yep, that makes sense. Girlfriend posted an Instagram story of a hike with their dogs getting one last hike. Yes, Ian, someone mentioned that on my show last night as well with Sherwood's dog, I think, right? All right, we're getting confirmation that Edler's daughters are Emma, Rose, and River. Thank you. Yeah, loopiness started early. Up, down, left, right, hold A and start. That's a code to pick stages. Yeah, and there's up, down, down, left, left, right, right. What was that for? That was for another video game console. It's a robot, the Wuzu. Wally, yeah, that's good. Hockey pool, same as yesterday, Simon. It doesn't change day to day. So winning my mom's work one, second in my church pool. Yeah, the game was a bit, not the most exciting game. He's projected to get 9.5. I'm not paying that. Wow. Would I sign Besser on an early loaded contract, year 6 and 7, to be one salary, so it's easy to get rid of? Somewhere in the ballpark of 50 to 50. No, I still wouldn't do that. And Gerald, I thought isn't the NHL cracking down on those type of contracts? I might be wrong, but I thought the NHL was cracking down on those type of contracts. If Besser was either a level faster or tougher, I think Canucks would do more than 5 years. That's fair. Expect to be a bidding war for Besser. Move his bidding rights for some. Yeah, I'm always of the mind that a team doesn't usually trade for rights when you can just go out and sign them outright and not give up assets. But I hear what you're saying. Mancini with the dunce hat trick tonight. Did he have 3 penalties? Scared to see Canucks play a Sharks team. That'll be dangerous in a few years. Yeah, the Sharks will be good. Just not right now. 10 to 15% chance that Besser resigns. Yeah, you can put Sportsnet on the phone, NHL, and see replays. Good point. CCC offseason meet. Yeah, because I didn't do a meetup during the year, I'm definitely going to do something in the offseason. Now, yeah, I would rent out 4 or 6 lanes at Splitsville and just just have you guys come and bowl. I think it'd be fun. I hate the crowd doing the wave in a tight game or a game we're losing. That's fair. Would you rather watch the game with just commentary and no stadium sound, or no commentary but sound mic'd up? No, I would want the natural mic'd up ice players stadium sound. I could do without the commentary because I could just do my own. Or I think commentary with no ambiance would be weird. The CCC Hunger Games. I'll ask, who is you two? Huh? Maybe that's someone else. Up, down, down is the Konami. Okay, that's good. Konami Games, Contra, and TNT for there you go. You guys help me. I have Wuzu fans all over my house. Old version is hard, individual buttons. New version is touch, top, Costco CL. Yes, I got this when they first came out, when it was the first sale, because I want to be one of the first ones to have it for sure. Off-season meetup, we're going to do it for sure. Be down for the off-season meetup. Meetup in the summer. Yeah, Sarah, but you better show up. And I'm going to end right there. I'm just kidding, Sarah. Love you. Love everyone. Love the stream tonight. Love meeting people at the game. Love the fact that Canucks won in their penultimate game of the season. One more to go on Wednesday night. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Philly, Elfrin, Justin, Irvin, great to see you at the game tonight. Thanks for taking the time to say hello. And Sarah, your loss. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm just bitter because I want to meet you, probably more than you want to meet me. Van City Experts Real Estate, thank you for being my primary sponsor. Thank you to Jason Lima, Van City Experts, and thank you to Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond tonight. Skytrain Alphin with a donation. Victor Wong with the monthly membership message. Irvin with a donation. Mark with a donation. Coach Rob gives some membership. Nothing is perfect with a monthly membership message. Philly T with a donation. And Justin with a donation. You guys are all awesome. I'm awesome. Canucks are awesome. Quinn Hughes is awesome. And the CCC crew is definitely awesome. Victor, a late vote for Matsuyama. Nuckelback Matsuyama. All right. And yes, we can see Sarah sweat and bowling. I love it. Love it. Love the vibe in here. Unfortunately, I'll be so sweaty the bowling ball will slip right off my hands. Hey, then you can bowl like Jacob. Use 2 hands. You'll be just fine. And BC, congrats to your Kings on smoking the Oilers 5-0 in a first round preview. I got to go. Don't forget, tomorrow night, no show. So the next time I will see you will be Wednesday night for our post-game show, our final post-game live stream of the year. Thanks again, everyone. Don't forget to rate the bad dad joke on the way out. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and you can leave a late donation before you go. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday night for Clay's Canucks commentary live. By the way, did you know that your pupils are the last body part to stop working when you die? Yes, your pupils are the last body part to stop working before you die because they dilate. They dilate. God bless and go Canucks go. Booyah.